Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang,
Whoa,
gang.
East Coast with that gang gang. You know we don't play games. Whoa, hop up on that wagon.
He's heating
Just
up.
get out the way. You know we stay stunting. Right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry. We just stuck up
He's
in
heating
our
up.
ways. West Coast gon' head stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we fammed up. Got that change, we bagged up. True love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy. Drip so sick, I'm queasy. Whoa.
East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang.
Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack.
East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang.
He's heating up.
With the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang,
Mr.
gang, gang, gang.
Strickland.
West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang.
He's heating up.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Stop eating so much. You don't need to eat all the time.
You have the right to remain fat.
Whoa! You gonna fuck on me? Nobody's gonna fuck on you! Oh! What the fuck was that?
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Emotional damage.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Ooh. Welcome everyone to episode 24 of the Daily Mother. Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexing on all you...
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's up, fam? Little Swole Spirit Fingers here. What is up? What's going on, Judith, Florida Sunshine, Daniel, Steven, Aaron, Cerny? Everyone is here. John, how are we doing? Michelle, Pizon. Fam, we got a great show for you today. It is Thursday, March the 10th, and guess what we got going on? Guess what we got going on tonight? Come on, who knows? Who can tell me? All right, you guessed it. It's a SwoleFam Roundtable, baby.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Today is Thursday, March 10th. So tonight at 6 p.m., we have our live call with myself and the rest of the SwoleFam. Be there at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You could join today over at SwoleNormousX.com and get access to all that. Of course, when you log into your account, you'll have that button to join right away, but I will also text you in advance and let you know that we are officially live. It's going to be great. So free-flowing conversation. Come, bring some questions, bring yourself. I don't know, just come. Just come. Just come and it'll be fun. We'll talk about whatever. We don't know. We don't know what we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. It always gets hot. It always gets real hot. It's a lot of fun. So tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, be there, SwoleNormousX.com. Fam, let's get into today's show. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share the live stream available everywhere. Links all down below if you want to catch the live stream. If you're just listening, thedailyswole.com for all those links. Let's get into the show. Fam, are you ready for a man cast? Are you ready for a man cast? You better be. All right, Falcon, let's summon you and get this nut busted open. Here we go. Falcon! Oh, you wanted to sing it with me today. Oh, you little peppercorn. You're so cute. You're so cute, Falcon. Put some respect on it.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Ooh, I like it. I like that card, Leo. I like that fucking card. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. All right. Are you thirsty for gains? Are you feeling a little dehydrated? Maybe. Maybe you're just thirsty for some gains. Maybe you're just thirsty for some sick fucking gains. Perhaps, mayhaps, that's the reason. Hashtag thirsty for gains. It's TFG. For a chance to win today's Swole card. That's a beautiful one. Thank you so much, Falcon. That was really nice. That was really nice of you. It was really nice of you to drop such a gem here. Okay, thirsty for gains. And we'll give that away. We'll send that to one of you lucky Swole sluts at the end of today's episode. It's going to be fantastic. Great show. Let's get into it. Fam, are you ready? Some gorillas for the road. Let's moisturize, let's spit on it, and get into that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. My God, is that moist. Oh my God, is that moist. All right, let's do this. Let's get the drum roll. What's in the box? What we got, Brad?
What's in the box?
Oh my God, first post. We got some long posts today, so strap in, strap it on, get ready for some SwoleFam posts from inside the SwoleFam. Our first one is from the SwoleFam Discord. This is from Ash. And Ash writes, "Hey fam, I'm having a hard time right now, and I hope you don't mind the vent." Do we mind the vent? Do we mind the vent? Fuck no, Ash. Lay it on nice and thick.
I like the rusty spoon.
Very thick. Super thick. All right, I've got 2 new injuries. I landed hard on my left wrist and thought I was taking care of it properly, but now I am in a splint and going to see the orthopedic next week. Any weights in my left hand are out. I'm even having issues picking up my 1-year-old. Oh no. I have some adjustable ankle weights, and I'm thinking about strapping them to my forearms and exercising that way, but even a slightly wrong motion puts me in great deals of pain. Yeah, don't do that. The other injury is in my right ankle. My husband tripped and landed on it knee first. How does that happen? Your right ankle, your husband tripped and landed on your ankle knee first. Shit, I can walk on it, but nothing fast. Being able to run was something I was working on as my daughter is about to start walking, and I need to be able to keep up with her. I'm thankful all my exercises from physical therapy are still doable and will help, but I'm so mad that every time I see a bit of progress, I get a new blockade. I say to myself, fuck it, keep going, but it certainly put a damper on my mood. I can only use some of the machines, but I'm still going to the gym today to try and turn this about. All right. Sorry to hear that, but just keep on moving forward. There's nothing else to do. What are you going to do? Sit around and cry about it? Just keep on doing. You're going to the gym. Do what you can do. Maybe some swimming, maybe some type of cardiovascular machine, other machines. There's some upper body machines that don't require your wrist. Maybe you can put your elbows on it. Sometimes there's chest machines, or I don't know. Just be careful. Be careful. I would recommend, I mean, I'm sure you're talking to your orthopedic, so who knows what happened to your left wrist, but my mom had a real bad wrist injury when I was little. She was putting up a sign for like a yard sale, and she was on a ladder. So like the street sign in the front of she went to the front of the street. We were living in Connecticut at the time, and she went all the way to the front of the street. So there's a big street sign. So she's up on a ladder to put, tag sale, yard sale. And she fell off the ladder. She was stepping down. She kind of fell off the ladder, and she thought the ground was flat, but there was a little bit of a slant on the side of the ladder. So she went to put her hand out, but it's kind of like stepping or thinking that you're on the last step when you're walking downstairs and there's more stairs, or you think there's another one, right? Your timing is off. So she put her hand out thinking the ground was flat, and then it wasn't, and her hand hit and it broke, and she had to have like bars and stuff through it in order to reset it. So be careful. Don't put weights on your wrists and forearms, until you figure out what's going on, until they do like an x-ray or an MRI, or they do, all those tests at the orthopedist. So take care of yourself and keep us posted. Keep us posted. Let's see here. We got another post here from Brandy. Yeah, Sydney, she could definitely do some, cold plunge maybe, but I mean, not everyone has access to it, but icing in ice water is great. I used to do that for baseball after I pitched, stuff like that. And I do cold plunge twice a day. So if you have access to some kind of something like that, definitely recommended. Even just for, everyday recovery, like the amazing effects of decreasing inflammation is extremely important. Okay, Brandy, mobility and bodyweight exercises today. Felt a pop in my lower back doing deadlifts on Sunday. Ice, heat, and mobility since Sunday, now working in some bodyweight moves. What is going on, fam? People are getting tweaked left and right. Yeah, deadlifts. I haven't done standard deadlifts in a long time. Definitely, it's a great exercise, but very overrated, especially in the standard form. Definitely modified deadlifts. People need to stop just doing standard bar deadlifts. People need to start raising the bar off the ground using hex bar. There's many different ways to lift something up off the ground. And the problem is, and I really do think that strongman type training, like using a sandbag to do deadlifts, or not that everyone has access to it, but sandbags are inexpensive. You could fill a bag with sand, you could use duct tape, or you can buy one of those fillable sandbags for on the cheap, less than $100 for various weights anyway. And sand is free, or for only a couple bucks at Lowe's or Home Depot. And it's very similar to like an Atlas stone, where you have to kind of get down and get under it. But the benefits of those things, especially if you start really light, is that it encourages you to work on ankle mobility, hip mobility, knee mobility. And usually deadlifts don't address any of that unless you're actively working on your mobility. So in other words, in order to actually execute a sandbag, or for example, picking something off the ground, getting into that deep squat, you need mobility. For a deadlift, you don't really need mobility. You do, but a lot of people do deadlifts without proper mobility. In other words, just bending forward a little bit, picking the bar up off the ground. You can execute it, unfortunately, with poor ankle, with poor knee, and poor hip mobility. And often people do, and they hurt themselves. So some of those other things, doing, let's say, sandbag lifts, for example, getting really low and going really light, practicing yoga, of course, those things will improve mobility dramatically. So just keep that in mind. That way we can all avoid these injuries or mitigate them and increase their ability to be avoided, because, man, hurting your back on a deadlift is brutal. So feel better, take care of yourself, and ease back into it. Focus on your mobility. All right, post here from Daniel on Telegram. Hello, fam. So this was my first morning since last Thursday that I've gotten back to my morning routine with flexibility, work, etc. Feels good to be back, but I won't go to the fucking gym just yet. I feel that my body is not fully healed from COVID. Got a little cough left, and I feel it in my nose, so small steps from here. We'll do some light walking to get active again. I've been kind of off the chat lately, but that will change now when I get out of the couch life. Anyway, you guys have a great day. P.S. Tuning into the Mancast every day, even though I'm sick, has really helped me through this hard time without falling off. I'm glad to hear it. You can get back in the chat. Get back in the chat or the Telegram. Come on, I know you're on the couch, but I appreciate you watching the show, and I'm glad that we're keeping you focused. But definitely join back in. And look, people get sick. People get sick. People have injuries. You hear it. I talk about it. Sometimes you have a little tendinitis. You tweak something. When you're training, when you're moving, when you're constantly doing things, there's a lot of chaos in life. So it's going to happen. You're going to have setbacks. The most important thing is that you share it. You put yourself out there. We are there for you to, pat you on the back or kick you in the taint, whatever you need, but to keep you focused, because just because you have an injury or you can't, let's say, train, doesn't mean you can't focus on the other 6 pillars. So sometimes your training will just adjust. It'll look a little bit different, and it's important to adjust on the fly. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, William Smiley. Always knew Papa was a pitcher, not a catcher. Hey-o. Nice one.
We choose truth over facts.
Nice one, William. I see what you did there, Bill. I see you. I see what you did there. All right, let's see here. Yikes. Let's see. Matthew, injured my wrist years ago falling from scaffolding. Oof, took a long time to heal up completely. There are certain body parts that will take a long time just because you use them so frequently, or depending on the injury, because the wrist, the bones, the ligaments, very, very, you have a lot of very subtle, detailed movements in the wrist. And because you use your arm so much, it's very similar to ankle injuries. Because you're always using your wrist, you're always standing, it's really hard to avoid pressure. It's really hard to avoid any kind of contact or any kind of stress on your wrist or any kind of stress on your ankle or leg. So it's hard to completely rest it. And usually that's a big reason why it takes a long time to heal, because, you're used to moving your hands, you're used to using your legs, you're used to doing these things. And it's hard to sometimes pull back enough to let it recover. We're going to do Elijah's post, and then we got a long post, but it's a great one, so we're going to get into that in a second. Post here from Mountain Maxwell, our very own Elijah. Well, I just did a 1-hour judo class. That was pretty fun. Strongly considering making it a regular event on Monday and Wednesday. Very nice. Judo is fantastic. Now, we talk a lot about jujitsu, and of course, in the zeitgeist, a lot of people are getting into jujitsu. But in reality, if you're looking for real self-defense, it might be jujitsu is great, but judo might even be better for self-defense in many ways. Just because, a lot of fights go to the ground, of course, or combining judo and jujitsu is fantastic. And, anyone that knows martial arts will understand how effective judo is for example, throwing or leveraging your body weight and your center of gravity to throw an opponent to the ground. And if you think about it on the mat, you're like, okay, you're just throwing people. It's a lot more than that. I'm no expert. Mama Swolio is that's her domain. But you do that on a mat, okay. Oh, judo, you fling people over, cool. You do it on a mat, people know how to fall, that's one thing. You do that on concrete, that person is not going to move. You might actually kill him. You can kill someone with a judo throw, if it's on a hard surface. And, most of the time you're not on a mat. You're not going to be fighting someone on a mat. You're going to be in a bar. Hopefully you're not getting into a bar fight, but you're going to be in some kind of chaotic environment. And chances are the ground is going to be a lot harder than, there might be rocks on it. Who knows? A brick, tile. So it's important. It's a great skill. It's a great skill. And, if you ever watch someone who really throws in judo, you can literally kill someone if you do it properly. And if you watch John Wick, if you like those movies, it's judo. It's just judo throughout all the John Wick. There's other martial arts and other, choreography and stuff like that. But the judo is really solid from what I hear, from what Mama Solio says. It's really, really solid in John Wick. So, and you can see it. He's always throwing people. All right, cool. Very nice. All right, here we got a post here from John. John, we got the Christie post. We got a Christie post. Hey-o.
You switch the samples.
All right, let's read this post. Let's go on. All right, hey fam. So, our new peeps out there, I want to give you my opinion on why meditation is critical. We are all surrounded, completely surrounded with distractions. It's how companies make money. Hey, look over here at this new laptop you released. Here's why you need this in your life. Another company, no, that's nice and all, but look at this new smartwatch that tracks even more aspects of your health. Now this is essential. As you're being pulled back and forth to all of these various sources of noise, what you don't realize is that this has been a deterrent to acknowledging your inner self since the beginning of time. It's just more modern things that various companies are trying to sell as a necessity. Agreed. A lot of times they're trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. They create the problem, or psychologically they create a problem and they sell you a product for it. The messages were just as intriguing back in the day when the horse-drawn wagon had more room and less weight and more responsive brakes than its predecessor. Perhaps a more efficient plow that covers more land faster. Now, I'm not saying it's all worthless junk. Turn in all your possessions. Let's not get crazy here. You need to decide what's important for you, and that's your business. But please, above all, let's not neglect your ability to be sentient. For a moment, let's not forget the endless variables that required a specific alignment to develop the person you are. Those variables that I'm referring to 100-fold outnumber every ad or commercial you'll see in your entire lifetime. Your ability to be self-aware is so important. And check this out, okay? Developing self-awareness. It doesn't require 4 easy payments of $29.99. There's no need to pay an additional fee for express delivery. There's not some fresh model on the horizon that will make the previous purchase obsolete. You simply start out with 3 to 5 minutes of silence. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and pull away from the limitless noise that doesn't come close to defining who you are. In time, the 3 minutes won't be enough. You may need 6. And then that seems short. Let's try 12. And as you continue on this journey, you gently acknowledge, hey, look at this behavior that's been holding you back. Here's why you don't need it anymore. Or, why are you progressing your life in this manner? Too many steps. Let's make it more efficient and narrow it down some. Can we all agree that these suggestive cells hold more value? There are those that will never experience the benefits of meditation, dying exhausted, chasing after everything all the time. Please don't be one of those people. You deserve so much more. That's a fucking post.
He's on fire!
John's on fire. John's on fire. What a post. What a post. Excellent, excellent post. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I think we were talking about this on the accountability meeting on Monday. I think we were talking about this in the accountability meeting. When people, and we have technology. So John in this post he's not saying throw out everything. He's not saying throw out your computer, get rid of your phone, but you need to put that shit down. You need to separate yourself from all these devices. Now, the thing with technology is that it makes our lives easier, doesn't it? It definitely does. It allows us to acquire more knowledge. It makes us more efficient. It allows us to plan better, there's many things that technology allows us to do to save us time. Agreed? The problem is, what are we doing with that new time we're creating? What are we doing with it? We're filling it up with more shit. This is what people do. We get more efficient. We create more technology. Then we can do, let's say, the things that we normally did a lot faster. Oh, well, look at all this free time we have. Do we use it for creativity? Do we use it for exercise? Some of us do. But do we use it to, connect with other people? Do we use it for... What do we use it for? Do we use it just for free play, just to go for a walk or just think or to meditate or to read? What do? We do more shit. We pile more shit onto our plate. And when I say more shit, I'm saying stuff that is distracting us, that is sucking our attention out. We're not feeding ourselves. And you don't just feed yourself with food. You feed yourself with information. You feed yourself with interest. You feed yourself with wonder. You feed yourself with curiosity. And if you don't do that, you become a hollow shell of a human being and you end up, regretting, resenting, projecting anger onto other people, which is what we talk about in the shit posts, and what you see a lot of people are just frustrated and angry for no fucking reason about shit that doesn't fucking matter. They're trying to find some purpose. They're trying to find something. They're angry. They're frustrated. They are upset. They are resentful, but they don't know why. They don't know why. And it's because you are told to keep on buying more shit, consume, consume, consume. Oh, you have all this other time? Do this now, do this now. Now buy this now. You need the new one, just like John was saying. But because we have all this time as a result of the technology we have, that doesn't mean that you should fill it up with more useless shit. Okay? People do not value having free time. When I say free time, you need time to think. You need time to breathe. And some people have more of an ability to do that than others. But more often than not, people just fill it up with noise. They fill it up with noise. And it's a shame. So take that. That's some great advice. That's some great advice.
Boom shakalaka!
That's awesome. All right, fam, drop in the comments. What are you smashing today? We're getting into some knowledge cock. Remember, SwoleNormousX.com. Links down below. Join the fam today, because join the fam now. You know why? I said at the beginning of today's episode, we have our SwoleFam Roundtable tonight at 6 p.m. Thursday, March 10th is today. Tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You could join over there at SwoleNormousX.com, all that information over there. And it's a live call. You can talk to myself and other members of the Swole fam. We'll have a bunch of people on stage. We'll have live chat and the whole thing. So come up on stage, chat down below. It'll be fun. If you're busy and you're working, you can put on the background and listen to the fam, or you can catch it later. But who wants to catch it? I mean, you can catch it later if you have to, but if you can catch it live, be there 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All right? 6 p.m., 6 p.m., 6 p.m. Mark your calendar. Now let's get into some knowledge cock. We'll take some questions. Remember, we have a beautiful Swole card. Thirsty for gains. Hashtag thirsty for gains. Are you feeling dehydrated? Maybe you're thirsty for gains. Hashtag thirsty for gains for a chance to win today's Swole card. And if you got a question, we'll take some from Instagram and live. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio for a chance to be featured here on the Mancast on the live stream. Let's do that. First question, we'll go live. We'll go with Tyler. Do you think healthcare should be free, Papa Swolio? I hear people say on why it should be free and why it shouldn't. Do I think it should be free? I would have to make a whole pro and con. I mean, it's tough. There's always side effects. It sounds nice. The problem is everyone that's like, oh, this should be free. This should be free. This should be free. Nothing's free. Nothing's free. Nothing is free. You have to understand that. And most people don't. Nothing is free. Might not be paying for it up front. What you're going to be doing is paying for it out the ass in your taxes. And there's a lot of other shit going on. So I don't really have an answer for that. I need to really sit down and think about it and literally talk to experts and really get all the pros and cons, because there's always these hidden side effects. But I lean towards no, maybe certain things. I mean, I definitely think like it's hard. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. But it sounds nice, right? Free healthcare sounds nice. Oh, it's free. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nothing is ever free. Nothing is ever free. So you're paying for it. You're paying for it. You're just not paying for it necessarily up front. But in other words, I do think, all right. Well, what are your thoughts? Drop in the comments. But it's not free. That wouldn't be free. Let's see here. Derek, Papa Swolio, are there any veggies that are okay? Been reading that squash isn't too bad. Well, I mean, you can test this with the elimination diet. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, don't eat this or don't eat that. A lot of vegetables really will cause bloating, will cause other types of autoimmune reactions, just because plants literally through evolution create defense chemicals because they don't want to be eaten. They want to grow, and they want to, let's say fruit, for example, and then you eat the fruit, the seeds drop, you poop them out or whatever, and then the tree can spread. So trees want to reproduce just like humans want to reproduce. So certain things like squash will generally, for most people, not cause issues. So that's one of those like lower risk plant-based food, but everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to be different. Some people are going to be a lot more sensitive, but people that say, oh, I'm fine with all vegetables, I'm totally fine, they've never actually eliminated all of them. So they just say they're fine, and they don't realize what a lot of these foods can do. Once you eliminate them, doesn't mean you can't eat the ones that you're already eating, but a lot of times people just say they feel fine, or they're just used to feeling the way that they feel. So they don't want to they don't want to eliminate vegetables to test them. And because they're used to feeling the way they feel, they don't realize how bloated they are. They don't realize the constant joint pain. They don't realize the brain fog. They don't realize the fatigue. They don't realize things that they might be suffering from because they never eliminate. So you can test whatever you eliminate. And some people might like squash. Some people might have issues with squash. Broccoli and Brussels sprouts and those types of cruciferous vegetables can literally just disappear from the earth, and I wouldn't miss them for a fucking moment. So like the Brussels sprouts will destroy my life. So you have to test these things. And sometimes the preparation will change. Like depending on how you cook them, you might be able to absorb them, or you might feel better with them. But at the same time, if you're eating nutrient dense food, for me personally, I would rather eat a couple ounces of beef liver than I would an entire bowl of vegetables. Much more effective. My personal experience, my opinion. But remember, elimination diet, doing an elimination diet is for you. It's not for me. It's for you. So you can customize. Lupe, healthcare should be free for people that take care of themselves. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy when someone who's healthy, X, Y, and Z, you would think so. You would think so. That's a good quote. Free stuff is normally worth the price you pay. Yeah. And a lot of times free up front means you're paying out the ass long term. So Wax, after living in a free healthcare country, I would have to say no. Oh, can you follow up on that? It really does help having someone with personal experience, because I've never lived anywhere else but the United States. I just know that when you say free, it fucking isn't free. So I want to know, I think it really depends on how it's executed. But it might not be possible to execute properly. Like communism, it's not possible to execute it well. Oh, we're going to do it right this time. Yeah, fuck you will. Fuck you will. How many tens and tens or hundreds of millions of people have to die before people realize, this don't work. This don't work too well. This don't work too well.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Daniel, Papa, what's your opinion on these salt mineral deodorants? I use it, but sometimes I wonder if it really works. It is aluminum free, and that's why I use it. Salt mineral deodorants, like what? A good brand would be Native. That's a good brand. I believe Target sells that. You want to get paraben, phthalate, aluminum free, all that stuff. Salt, like salt rocks, like those types of things. A lot of those natural deodorants don't work for shit, but Native seems to be pretty good. I don't use deodorant. I rarely use it. I rarely use it. Maxwell, what are some good strategies to strengthen wrists and forearms? I feel like these are often neglected. Yeah, I mean, mace bell is fantastic. Kettlebell is fantastic. Yoga is fantastic. Dead hangs, fantastic. So rope climbs, these things are all fantastic. Also, what I would recommend is getting one of those. I have them on the Amazon store. The finger strengtheners, the extensor strengtheners. Also, the TheraBar is fantastic. So definitely prime your wrists and prime your forearms. That way you don't get imbalances. But those are all amazing ways to strengthen wrists. Also, you get a bucket of rice. I think I had a masterclass on this I think it's in X. It might be deep in the archives, but you fill up a big bucket of rice, just cheap white rice. And then you can move your hands in it and open. You put your hands in and open, and you can twist and open and twist and do every combination of like opening and twisting and closing and rotating your wrists. Your forearms will burn like crazy. So that's a really good way to build up strength and also rehab wrists and injuries like that. So a bucket of rice, how cheap can you get, right? Let's see. Sydney Buckaloo. I was in the military for 8 years. That is socialized medicine. It takes months upon months to get an appointment for almost anything, and that's a small portion of the population. Yeah, a lot of Canadians have socialized medicine, but a lot of times they fly to the United States or to Mexico or something to get work done, because if you go for the free healthcare, it'll take you forever, but you can still pay. So I think correct me if I'm wrong, but in Canada, you can still pay for healthcare if you want to go, but it's going to cost more. So it is free, but then you might have to wait, or you're not going to get the top level doctors, of course. So I am pretty sure you can still pay, but I know a lot of people in other countries, they'll fly around They'll fly around the world. They'll come to the United States because there's better medicine. I mean, better medicine if you're going to pay for it. So, I mean, I think that's a whole different thing. If you have enough money, you can go and you get great healthcare here. But of course, you have to have money. Peaceful Bandit, I really appreciate it because we have a lot of people listening or watching from around the world. So you could drop your experience down below because a lot of you are dealing with this day to day. Peaceful Bandit, a lot of care in Canada is free, but there are a lot of complications that go with it, taxes especially, and long wait times. Thank you for the input. Tyler, does inflation ever decrease over time? A lot of items in stores are brutally going up. The problem with the fiat system is that fiat always goes to zero. It's always gone to zero throughout history. And this is an example of it going to zero. What I mean by that is the value gets so devalued, the currency gets so debased, it's worth next to nothing. So let's say you have $10 in your savings account. Well, let's say you have $10 in your wallet or $20. All right. So $20 used to maybe a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago or a couple years ago, $20 would fill up an average sedan like a Corolla or a Civic. Now you want to fill up that tank of gas, you're going to be paying 50, 60, 80 bucks a gallon. I mean, for a tank, maybe $100. So your currency becomes less and less valuable because it is inflationary, because it's not backed by anything tangible. It's not backed by anything scarce. It's just a number on a keyboard. You don't have to provide more value. You don't have to invest more human energy to make more money. And money is literally stored human energy. So if you don't add more energy to the system, you just hit a button and print $1 trillion more dollars, you're just liquidating the currency. Now, what happens is debasing it. For example, when we had those multi-trillion dollar bills that were passed, people got like a couple $1,000s, but the average was like $40,000 to $50,000 per household. Did anyone get $40,000 or $50,000 during COVID? Did anyone get $40,000 or $50,000? No, you got like $2,000 or $3,000. Where'd the rest of it go? Government bloat. The government is too large and it's just a fucking scam. It's an excuse to print money and then bag the rest of it. And it's going to other countries. It's going to special interest groups. It's just it's a sham, which is why Bitcoin is the answer. And that's what they're trying to do. This is really convenient. And I'm not saying that there aren't horrors and stuff going on in like the war over there in Ukraine, but it's a very convenient scapegoat to blame on rising prices. And it's definitely a great way for the oil companies to, put the squeeze and, ramp up prices in order to make a quick buck, and you can blame it on Putin and all that shit. So this is just another misdirection for inflation that was already occurring. And it's, in my opinion, it's very much a scapegoat for what was already happening because, I mean, if you know the facts, you know that there's been major cutbacks on energy production in our country. Sydney, I'd much rather stink a bit than get breast cancer. Oh yeah, stuff like birth control and all these deodorants. Again, these are the things in your environment, right? 7 pillars, your environment, your community is definitely more than just the people. It's also your environment. It's the things that you have around you. It's all the household cleaners. It's the laundry sheets and detergents, like all that should be phthalate free and all, the best stuff that you can possibly get and without any of the chemicals, because things like dryer sheets, Febreze, Lysol, all this stuff is absolutely poison. And shampoos, conditioners, deodorants, soaps, think of all the things that people put in their body, moisturizers. Most of these things are just chock full of chemicals and byproducts that are absorbing into your skin and causing endocrine disruption. Muscles, marinata. Pizon, thoughts on copper sleeves? My elbow is a tad sore from these fucking gains. I've never used copper sleeves. I don't know if that's a gimmick or not. They've been around for a long time, but I've never actually used them or heard of anyone that used them. And it's kind of like those as seen on TV. I've never actually tried it. If your elbow's a tad sore, you need to get to the root cause of it. Have you looked into getting a Therabar? That might help your elbow a lot more than copper sleeves. Peaceful Bandit, my retirement savings is worth about 2/3 of what they used to be. And that's the thing. It's a tax. So every time they print money, they're stealing from you. You have to remember that. Every time the government prints money, They are robbing you. You know why? Because your money is worth less. It's the same thing as stealing. It's just legal counterfeiting. Whenever the government prints money, it's legal counterfeiting. If you do it in your basement, you'll get arrested. If they do it, it's fine. And everyone acts like, oh, they got free money and free checks. You just got fucking robbed. You just got robbed. The government stole from you. Every time I got a check, it's like, fuck this shit. Every time they send me a check, I just slammed it into Bitcoin. Fuck you. Criminals. All right, I'm going to rant. Easy. Settle down. I'm about to
You're
about to
insane,
fucking rage.
Gold
I'm
member.
gonna start on that. You start talking monetary. You start talking money, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Atropost the Fed. Have you heard about the IRS talking about doing some kind of digital currency like crypto? Oh, they've been talking about the Fed coin or CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, for a long time. This is just a convenient like off ramp. I think, people were freaking out. Oh my God, Joe Biden's going to make an executive order about cryptocurrency. It's way too entrenched. They can't stop Bitcoin. So all the other stuff they can definitely flag because they're really securities and speculation and Ponzi schemes. So, there's Bitcoin and then there's crypto. There's Bitcoin and there's crypto. So they're going to keep on making this push and keep spreading FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt when it comes to the proof of work, which is Bitcoin's energy consumption. We're not going to talk about using washing machines and dryers and dishwashing machines, but we're going to talk about how Bitcoin uses so much energy. Well, you need energy to create currency. You need to invest energy and work in order to create valuable money and a hard, scarce asset like Bitcoin, of which there's never been anything like it in history. So yeah, it's actually a very, very good use of energy. And what most people don't want to address or they don't know is that Bitcoin actually optimizes for renewable energy, because if miners can maximize their returns and use cheaper energy, they're going to. It maximizes profit for miners. So there's incentive to actually use renewable energy. So we can grab all the untapped energy from waterfalls and from geothermal or volcanoes like they're doing in El Salvador. And but it's going to destroy the environment. Yep, like everything else. Most of the mainstream narratives across the board are complete lying fucking nonsense. So you have to actually get the information, get the real information. But in terms of regulation, from what they're going to say, they're not going to ban it. What they might, of course they're going to tax like anything else, but it's an investment. They could do whatever the fuck they want. They can't stop it. So anyone's like, oh my God, they're going to shut down Bitcoin. You don't understand it. You don't understand it. Most people just don't fucking understand. Shocker. Most people talk shit about things they don't understand. They just say things. They just parrot mainstream talking points and think that they know something. Daniel, what's your opinion on Himalayan salt? I don't actually know the breakdown of, of the comparison of Himalayan salt. I use Celtic sea salt or Redmond real salt. I really prefer Celtic sea salt. In my opinion, that's the best taste and the best flavor. Best taste and best flavor, the kind of same thing. Plus, it's chock full of minerals. So I believe most, if not all, Himalayan salt is actually Pakistani salt. They just call it Himalayan salt because it sounds better. I think it's mined in Pakistan, actually. Not that that might make a difference, but people think that their Himalayan salt came from like a snowy mountaintop or something. It came from like a cave in Pakistan. All right, let's see here. We're good. We could talk a lot about this kind of stuff. Tyler got me ranting on it. Fucking inflation. Today's Swole card was almost Swoleflation again. Tyler again, where can I find those Vibrams? I'm tired of wearing shoes and feeling uncomfortable. Take off the shoes, bro. You can get them anywhere. You get them on Amazon. Just type in Vibram 5 Fingers. You can go to their website. You can go, there's a lot of shoe stores. You can look on their website and they'll show you local retailers, or you can go in and get them on Amazon. Yay. John, that's so true. All these relief checks people blew on junk. I also cringe getting these checks, but at least I invest all of them to put a down payment on my house I bought late last year. Well, good for you, man. Good for you. Put them into an asset. That's what you should be doing. And most people think that they can't, you can't buy Bitcoin because it's what, 40,000 or under 40, which is a fucking steal, It's so fucking cheap. You can buy a couple dollars. You can buy $10. In other words, you have to learn. There's a great book. If you go to the Amazon store, or you go to the homepage when you log into Swarmers X, there's a link for like buying Bitcoin, and there's a whole informational. You can download the free ebooks, all that stuff there. through Swan Bitcoin. So all that link is in your account. You can learn more, but go in the book club, and there's some great books in there. There's Inventing Bitcoin. There's Price of Tomorrow, The Bitcoin Standard. These are great books, and these are great foundations for people that are just trying to like understand what money is. So, Nuntanat Rangapan. Is that it? That's a fucking cool name. Papa Swole, what's your opinion on red light therapy? Do you use one? I don't. I've looked into maybe getting a system as like the next thing. Did the sauna, did the cold plunge. That might be the next, investment. But there's like other things I'm going to do first. I'm a fan. I don't, I haven't done it regularly, so I can't really speak from personal experience. But from everything that I've seen, it's legit. I turn off all the light. We turn off all the lights at night. It's red. Everything's red. I put on my yellow glasses. I mean, I have other ones here too that you can get. Just get blue blocking glasses. That helps tremendously. But turn off your lights. Put some lights on the ground. Get red bulbs. That's a great place to start. Turn down at night. Also, when it comes to cell phones, make sure that you are. I don't know if you knew this, but on your phone, for example, I do this all the time. I have my phone in grayscale. So if you go to accessibility on your phone, you can, at least on iPhone, I'm sure you could do on Android too, you can turn it into grayscale. So I cut out all the color on my phone. I look at it, it looks like a fucking paperwhite Kindle. It's fantastic. So my phone is completely black and white. I rarely have to see any kind of color, but I prefer it that way. It's been an amazing relief on my eyes looking at my phone. I really try to stay off it, but I have to be on my phone a significant amount of time just for posting videos and content and stuff like that, and interacting with all you jabronis. But putting it in grayscale will help tremendously. Yeah, Vivo Barefoot's good too. How do you do the grayscale on iPhone? Go to, grayscale on your phone. If you have an iPhone, you go to settings. You go to settings, accessibility, display and text size, and then go to color filters and then click grayscale. And then you can also, on that display and text size screen, you can go to reduce white point, and you could also reduce like the intensity of the white, or you can just dim your screen. So trust me, once you do it, your eyes are going to be like, oh, they just relax. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Your boyfriend is, thanks, I have blue blocking glasses. My boyfriend is super serious about blue light and EMF. Yeah, EMF, that's a hard one. Like we have in a security system, it's really hard to block out EMF. Plus there's other houses with Wi-Fi. You really can't block it all. What you can do is get like a canopy for your bed. It's really hard to block out EMF, especially if you live in like a populated area. It's really hard. But yeah, it's definitely a big thing. I try not to think about it too much because it's really hard to just know that it exists and know I really can't do much about it. It's kind of frustrating, but do your best. Do your best. All right.
That's deep.
Great questions, fam. Great fucking questions. All right. And another reason, if you're having trouble falling asleep, it's because you're not looking at the horizon. You need to go outside. You need to watch the sun rise. You see the sun early in the morning, low in the sky, and also when it's setting. Also at night. Your brain doesn't know when the nighttime is if you're always fucked by blue light. So you need to watch the sunset, turn off all the blue lights. You'll get tired at night. You just get tired because the sun is down. There's no sun. If the lights are always on, you're just always going to feel awake. That's what's fucking people's sleep up. That's why when you go camping, anyone ever go camping for a couple days or a week? If you go camping for like a few days, it'll reset your circadian rhythm because at night you sleep. And when then the sun comes up, you hear the birds chirping and you wake up. If you go camping, it resets. That's why you feel so relaxing when you're camping. It's because you're not looking at screens all the time. You're not being bombarded by EMFs and blue light. That's why people feel so great when they go camping, because you're getting away from all this insane shit. All right, what are we doing here? Thirsty for gains. Let's go. Bo Jiden. Joe Biden knows all about sundowning.
Come on, man.
Living in a van down by the river. One of the greatest SNL skits of all time. Good one, Wax. You've been doing a lot of thinking when you're living in a van down by the river. I need that soundboard. I think the best part about that skit was the fact that David Spade was literally laughing the entire time. It was like Christina Applegate too or something. They were both just like hands on their mouth. They couldn't stop laughing, so they were just holding their face like the whole fucking time. All right, let's get into some shit posts.
Matt Damon.
Gross. Really disgusting. Oh my God. The first post here is from the tweeter. This is from the Fat Posy Punk. So a fat positive punk. And this is, I don't know, this is one of the most nauseating avatars. This is just fucking.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face.
Come on now.
But I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
God, your fucking face. So she looks like one of those, what do you call that? The little trolls, right? With the little green spiky hair from when I was little trolls. Okay, here's the tweet. It says doctors. So it's doctors, me, doctors. In other words, this is what the doctor's saying, and that's what she's saying, or it's saying. Doctors say, being fat causes sleep apnea. Well, yeah, pretty much. Me, can I please do a sleep study? Doctor, or doctors. Yeah, but you can't do it at home because we don't make the equipment big enough for you to use at your current BMI. Which is it, LMAO? I'm so fucking done with this medical system. You're too fucking fat. You're too fat. Okay? This equipment is expensive. And we don't have any in a 6XL. You should lose weight. That will dramatically change your sleep apnea. And you should be breathing in and out through your nose. Your nose. Just a couple ideas there. All right, we got another tweet. This is from Monica Fatty. So her name is Monica, but I guess like her name on Twitter is, okay, hold on a second. Why do people have these long names? So desperate for attention, so desperate. It's disgusting. It's at Fatty MPH. So Fatty Masters in Public Health, is that what it is? Fatty MPH, you disgusting human. Her name is Monica Fatty MPH says, paid shutdown now, please. That's the name. That's her name on Twitter. What the fuck is wrong with this person? She writes and then she answers herself. How'd this get 1,400 likes and 251 retweets? The thing is that obesity is not a disease, but even if it were, in an unbiased review of the abundant evidence, weight loss will be regarded as a failed treatment strategy. You can't make up this kind of stuff.
Matt Damon.
Forget the weight loss. How about lifestyle changes? That would absolutely be an effective treatment strategy. Stop thinking about just getting the weight off because you're going to do it in an unhealthy manner. For example, cutting the weight off doesn't make you healthier. You're still going to be eating shit. Your habits haven't changed since the surgery, have they? It's just stupid stuff. All the ways we've ever tried to make fat people permanently thin, number one, have failed for the majority of participants. But we know that the majority of people do shit wrong or have done shit wrong. Otherwise, they wouldn't have failed. Number two, have often made those participants' health worse in the process. Well, how is it approached? If it was done wrong, then yeah, I can definitely see that. If you're approaching your health improperly, yeah, it's not going to work out too well. Number three, have become commercialized and become careers for huge numbers of people. The way we've tried to make fat people permanently thin have been commercialized and become careers for huge numbers of people. Well, look who's having a career in keeping people fat. You, Monica Fatty MPH. So there's that. It's incoherent. It doesn't make any sense. I've been in fitness my entire life, and I've never thought I'm trying to make fat people permanently thin. Like, no joke, I've never actually thought that in my fucking life. I've done 2,134 daily episodes, have not missed a day for 6 fucking years. I have never thought about making fat people permanently thin. That phrase has never crossed my mind. Except now and when I read these shit posts, it's never crossed my mind. I never thought, we have a new member of the Swole fam that's obese. I'm going to make this person permanently thin. Never thought about it. Never. Why would that even come? Why? It has nothing to do with it. That's going to be a side effect. That's a result of changing your lifestyle habits. That's what will happen. But that's because you're a healthier person. Maybe like ladies not being on fucking birth control so your body doesn't think it's constantly pregnant and breastfeeding and storing extra fat for the baby. Yeah, that's how they make cows fat. Okay. I'm not saying they put cows on birth control, but you're eating grains, you're eating corn, you're eating soy, you're on birth control. That's disrupting your endocrine system. You're spraying your body with all these artificial perfumes. You're lathering yourself up with these toxic fucking conditioners and moisturizers packed full of phthalates that are interrupting you're literally layering all these different endocrine disruptors on your body all the time. You're trashing yourself.
I don't know how I can't lose weight.
We can't help you. I just can't do it anymore. If you're not willing to open your eyes or ears or, open your ears, open your holes to something else besides a fucking donut. Can't help you. All right, let's pick a video. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Can't anymore. We just can't. All right, here we go. Shitpost time. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Let's go. Thank you, Tyler. These episodes get better and better by the day. Where have the times gone? Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot. I'm sure a lot of people are impressed. How is he still ranting? What is he still ranting about? How do I still have rants in the tank? How we still got rants in the tank, fam? Well, because there's still stupid people out there. There's still dum-dums. All right, hashtag thirsty for gains. Drop that in the comments down below. Hashtag thirsty for gains. We'll give that away to one lucky listener, watcher, SwoleFam member. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here every day. All right, we got some numbers here. Let's see. All right, we'll take Tyler because he fluffed my pillow. I appreciate that. All right, Tyler. We got a bunch of number 3s. Tyler, Chris, Sydney, Wax. I see a lot of number 3s. Karen. Okay. All right. So Tyler leading team 3. Holy shit. I think we're starting with the last. This is usually the last post, but this is just serendipity, right? I'm not going to be like, well, this should go last. Maybe this should go last. I usually don't overrule videos. All right, we'll do this one. This is a bad one. All right, this is called, you ready? You ready, fam? This is called How to Use Your Belly.
What the fuck is that?
How to use your belly.
What's your name, fat body?
Here we go. What is your name?
We constantly complain about having big bellies and we never really use our bodies for greatness. And today's a perfect example of how you can use that. So how when you're tucking in a top, you have your pants, cool, whatever, but then you kind of see this messiness there.
It's called exceptional amounts of body fat. Messiness? No, that's extra human. You don't need all that extra human. It's like you could, like Michelangelo's Pietà. There's nothing extra on there. There's no fluff. All right. My favorite quote: perfection is not achieved when there's nothing else to add, but nothing left to take away. All right. You got a lot of extra that can be taken away. I'm not saying there's any such thing as perfection when it comes to a human being, but you don't need that much extra material. But hey, let's do that again.
We constantly complain about having big bellies and we never really use our bodies for greatness. And today's a perfect example.
You're going to use your belly for greatness. I thought I heard that. That's why I wanted to replay it. You're going to use your body for greatness. Your belly for greatness. Oh, is it Thursday already? I'm excited. Let's go.
How you can use that. So when you're tucking in a top,
Fuck
you have
Tyler.
your pants, cool, whatever, but then you kind of see this messiness there. Use your belly for greatness. Literally take the shirt.
Oh, don't do it.
Under your fupa or your belly, whatever you want to call it. Tuck it under there. Hide it. And that looks so seamless, so clean. There's literally no t-shirt rouging there. You're welcome. And you can only do this if you have a belly. Tell me being fat doesn't feel great now, huh?
Being fat doesn't feel great now. I just told you. Nice. Are you going to wear a turtleneck for your chins? Is that the next video? Part 2? Jesus Christ. All right. Okay.
You switch the samples.
All right. May I be excused? Fuck you, Tyler. I need an executioner's noise. I need like the psycho. Fucking axed. Gross. Gross. We're blaming Tyler. Everyone's like, who are we blaming again? Tyler. Tyler. Ban him. Ban him. We should do like, I mean, are there like small bans? Can you ban someone? Can you put him like in timeout? Just boom, put him in timeout for like a few seconds. Let's see. Can I ban you? Let's see. Can I ban you? Is there any like ban option here? No, I don't have it right now. Off with his taint. Off with his taint. I like it.
Matt Damon.
Off with your taint. Ooh, a tainticution. The tainticution. All right. We'll decapitate. Well, it's not really detainticate. The fupa-tuck. All right. I don't, that's it. Okay, here we go. Number 1 or number 2? Number 1, number 2. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. Let's go. Let's just move on.
I got hairy legs.
All right. Number 1 or number 2? Oh, it's going to get it. All right, fam. Oh, if you're just listening, you're lucky. You're lucky. If you're just listening to the podcast, you are a lucky person. Lucky you. Lucky you. All right, John, number 1. John, number 1, you had a great post today. Plus, first in line. All right, we had Elijah picking number 1, Aaron picking number 1, Sydney picking number 1, so it worked out. Chris, I'm afraid of how this turns out. Number 1, come on, number 1 team. All right, number 1. Number 1.
3-letter word.
Let's do it. Coffee up.
Jobs.
All right, I'm out of coffee. Number 1. This is called Blame It on the Patriarchy. I wonder how this is going to turn out.
A little PSA for the girlies that hop on this app and do like the latest gross weekly body checking trend, or do a what I eat in a day and flash their abs, or just generally fish for compliments that they are in fact not fat.
Tell me you're jealous without telling me you're jealous. Come on. Come on, you're all bundled up with your snow hat and your librarian glasses, and you're seeing all these good-looking girls on the TikTok on your screen, and yeah, and you know, you're a little bit jelly. You're a little bit jelly. You know it has a little bit too much sugar, but, you know, your PB&J is a little bit dry. Oh my God. What else is new? Chicks have been flashing their shit for thousands of years. They just used to get paid for it in a different way.
Abs, or just generally fish for compliments that they are in fact not fat.
Everyone fishes. People love compliments. Women love compliments? No. 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 No.
Come here.
Oh, God.
Stop doing free labor for the patriarchy. The hierarchy.
Free labor for the patriarchy. So lesbians? Lesbians are out there now. Are you not entertained?
Doing free labor for the patriarchy. The hierarchy of bodies where one is considered the best, that was designed by men.
Okay, hierarchy of bodies. It's so different reading a shit post and then hearing someone actually say it out loud. You're like, oh my God, humans actually are this retarded. Like they actually say these things verbally. I thought it was just a dumb tweet. But here we have a twat.
Maybe you've noticed that heterosexual men have an incredibly narrow definition of what's attractive. And
that's not true. That's not true. Have you seen the video where I took the video that I stitched of that guy grabbing that chick's belly? A lot of people have different fetishes and different attractions. I mean, whatever.
Heterosexual women have like a much broader one.
You do realize that's called evolution, right? Okay. Let me just play that again. This is just so ridiculous.
That heterosexual men have an incredibly narrow definition of what's attractive.
Younger women, because they're childbearing age. And women need to try to land a man. There's a lot of competition for men. For the top men. So women have to usually have a broader scope because if they're not in that small category, they have to try to compete.
Heterosexual women have like a much broader one. That's by design. If your feminism does not include fighting fat phobia and body liberation, it's not fucking feminism.
By your lunatic definition, Jesus Christ. Feminism used to be about like fundamental rights. It didn't. That's called intersectionality. Okay, it's about body liberation now. That's not feminism, you idiot. You're just literally trying to. This is why feminism today is nonsense. It's been hijacked by all these insane people.
It's just another wing of the patriarchy, babes. And there might come a day where you gain weight. And you're still gonna need feminism then.
Oh, that day came for you. Oh, didn't it?
Because if you think men are awful when you're thin, oof, I got really bad news for you. You don't need to trash other body types to make you feel good about yourself. Men do enough of that.
All right, tell me you missed the window. Is that little my cousin Vinny there? Your biological clock is ticking like this. Yeah? Yeah, it's ticking. It's ticking. You can't wind this clock back up. Jesus Christ. Man-hating. So that's look, my dear, I don't think hating men is going to help you get one. So this is what happens when someone can't get what they want. If they can't find a man, they turn into a man-hater because it's more convenient. If you haven't been successful being healthy in your life, you just become a fat positive advocate. Hey, fat acceptance. Oh, body positivity. Cool. I don't have to change. So it makes it convenient to not have gotten what you want. Of course you wanted to look a certain way or to be a certain way, but you didn't do the right shit and now you're frustrated. So convenient enough for you that you're going to hijack the feminist movement and pretend like you're being virtuous and more virtuous than everyone else. You're better because you have all these hashtags and you think like you're morally superior to everyone. Well, you're also going to die miserable and frustrated that your ovaries are covered in cobwebs. It's just fucking nonsense. 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 Men and women are here on this earth to reproduce. That's really what we're here for. All this other stuff is just bullshit. Is bullshit. Men and women are here to reproduce. Why do you think it's not the fucking patriarchy? It's these Marxist feminist lunatics that are trying to destroy the nuclear family. It's trying to destroy our children. It's trying to destroy our culture. Destroying families. Encouraging women to not have kids. And then brainwash them with this shit because it's too late for them to have kids and they're miserable. So give them some ideology to get behind so they can radiate their hate outwards. Very nice. Am I over target? Just a little bit? Just slightly? Okay, more gorillas. All right. Oh. All right, Jennifer, most animals want to mate with the healthiest of the opposite sex. How dare you? How fucking dare you? How dare you? How dare you bring biology and evolution and survival of the fittest and natural selection into this conversation? How fucking dare you? Fucking dare you. Sydney, I can't stand it when feminists, quote unquote, act like men aren't massively important to society on so many levels, as are women. We're kind of both important, right? Men and women, both important. It's all the men. You're just supporting the patriarchy. Well, you're just supporting the patriarchy, says the woman who hasn't gotten fucked in a decade. Okay. You want to end up like her? Then take her advice. Seriously, we talk about this all the time. Why would you take nutrition advice from someone who's 500 fucking pounds overweight? You wouldn't. Are you getting nutrition advice from my 600-pound life? No, you're not. Are you going to get relationship and life advice from some I don't know, 45-year-old feminist intersectional cat lady? Oh yeah, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all. Thank you. It's so great. She's like the crazy aunt that's getting your child like anti-racist baby or feminist baby fucking books. And you're like, Jesus Christ, keep her away from my child. No, these people, these are kindergarten teachers, right? These are third grade teachers. These are the people that are teaching your kids in school. These are the teachers of your kids. Yep, this is what your kids are hearing when they're going to school. There are good teachers out there. But for fuck's sake, why do you think people are up in arms about it? Let's see. Betty Ford, body positive. I am still overweight and working on it. I love myself enough to want to be fit and healthy. I mess up a lot, but I don't blame anyone. I can love myself and still want to be better. Very well said. Thank you, Betty Ford. Felt good. Oh, that was good.
I gave it a 10.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That was it.
A fucking 10.
That was it. That was it. I nailed it. I see you in the back. All right, last one. Fam, last one. What a great show. What a great show. I feel so great. I feel so great about the world. I feel so wonderful. Oh my God. Isn't it great? Don't you feel good about yourself? Isn't it nice to know, oh my God, I'm sane. Huh, I'm sane. My brain's functioning properly. This one's called heterosexuality. It's called heterosexuality. What do you think it's going to be about? I can't wait. Heterosexuality. Here it is.
I think I've made this exact video.
Ugh. Okay. Oh, we've seen this chick before, unfortunately. The question she's replying to on TikTok says, bro, huh? Heterosexual attracted to opposite sex? Wait, what? Oh my God. Are you going to, oh great. Are you going to tell me that, oh, you're heterosexual, you can still fuck? It's not. Oh.
I think I've made this exact video like 7,000 times, but let's do it again. No, we do not base our initial attraction to someone based on their sex. Why? Because you cannot see someone's genome, whether they have XXXY, XXY, whatever. You can't see that just by looking at a person. You can perceive them a certain way and you can assume, but you could be wrong. It's funny because it's typically cishet men who say stuff like this, and they're like, I'm attracted to someone who has XX chromosome. And it's like, okay, if I were to show you a picture of a man who had XX chromosomes, you probably wouldn't be attracted to him because...
If I showed you a man with XX... What? Wait, what? I didn't pick up on half the shit. What?
Trans men exist, but they seem to forget that. So then they say silly things like this. You goofy goober, you.
What just happened? What the fuck is that idiot talking about? What are you talking about? Why was she listing like 3 or 4 chromosomes? Who's XXXY? What the fuck are you talking about? Are they adding chromosomes now? What is going on? What just happened? Jesus Christ. You can tell 99% of trans men and trans women. You know why? Because they look like a man or they look like a woman that's trying to dress like a man or like the opposite. What the fuck are you talking about? So what? You can't be... Did anyone pick up on that? I don't know. I guess you're saying like, how do you know you're you're attracted to a man even though you're attracted to women? I don't know. That's a full-blown Matt Damon. So
Matt Damon.
There's her ad on TikTok if you want to listen to more stupid. So I'm not listening to that again. Yeah, I think she was referring to, I see a bunch of people in the comments mentioning pheromones. Yeah, that's kind of a dead giveaway. Like, pheromones are legit. It really matters. It really matters. It makes a huge difference why you're attracted to someone of the opposite sex. You know why? You know why? It's because if you have sex with someone of the opposite sex, meaning if you have a PP and they have a vajayjay, and you put it inside. Here's the birds and the bees, fam, for anyone listening. You put the penis in the vagina, and then the baby batter comes out, and guess what? Maybe she gets pregnant, has a baby, and boom. Evolution did its thing. That's it. That's really all we're here for, is to make more humans. There's only one way to do that. That's it. I don't understand. I don't understand. Good. I don't understand. And guess what? If you listen to all that and you don't understand what she said, that's good, because she fucking didn't say anything coherent. If it didn't make sense to you, then your brain is actually functioning properly. This is what happens. Okay? All these virtue signaling moral police out there, they're using a lot of complicated language and circular talk in order to confuse you to act superior to you. That's literally all it is. Because if you argue anything like that, you're transphobic, you're, I don't know, homophobic, you're whatever phobic. You're the bad person. That's why it's all these issues. Because if you say that, you can't talk about my lived experience. How dare you understand my lived experience? Well, you don't understand my lived experience. You know why? Because you're not me. You're not me. So stop acting like you know about me. Everyone has my lived experience. You think? Is that really? You have a lived experience? Oh, you don't fucking say. You're alive? Oh my God. Thank you for the update. Like, that's the worst. The lived experience one makes me want to punch myself in the fucking dick. That's the worst. That's the stupidest shit ever. My lived experience. You can just say my experience. Unless this is really a simulation and there are a lot of NPCs walking around, then they might not have lived experiences. But hey is for horses, right? Okay.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Okay, fam. We got a swole card. We got some thirsty for gains. Thirsty for gains. We got a card here. It's time to give away a card. I think today's card, it's such a great card. And, we love to raffle these away. But my God, what an amazing fucking post today from, it's got to be John. What an amazing, it was an epic post, but holy fucking congratulations. Now, I'm not saying that you got to write a fucking novel to win a Swole card, but today, this was just such a great post about meditation, such a great post about pillar number 6. It cannot be overlooked and must be rewarded. So congratulations, John, on winning today's Swole card. John's always dropping amazing posts, but this one was extra fucking juicy. So send us an email, brother, support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 2134. In the subject, your mailing address, in the body of the email. You deserve today's card. It's fantastic because he's thirsty for these gains, thirsty for these brain gains. I got a burp too. That one was for you as well. You're welcome. I burped on the card, so COVID. All right. Congratulations, John. This post is fucking fire. It's in the Facebook group, so if you didn't check it out, it's from 3 days ago. It's absolutely epic, so make sure you go and check that out. Fam, tonight, hey, don't go anywhere. Don't you fucking go anywhere. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, kid. Oh, where did my screen go? Tonight, fam, it's only a few hours away. Tonight, we have our SwoleFam Roundtable. Now, guess what? The only way that you are going to be there for tonight's Roundtable is if you join the SwoleFam. Check out our membership options over there at SwoleNormousX.com and join in on the live call with the entire SwoleFam and myself. It's going to be fucking awesome. 6 p.m., so just 6 hours away. We'll see you all then. So don't miss out on that 6 p.m. Eastern time only. SwoleNormousX.com. Check it out. All right, fam, let's nut this beach and go have a great rest of your day. Subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you leave us a review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Share the live stream. We got some piano cock coming up in just a minute. Don't nobody go nowhere. Soundboard time. Drop it in the comments below. Come on, who wants a soundboard? Your call. Your call. What do you want to hear? Drop it in the comments. Let's get a little soundboard going. Let's get some gorillas to start us off. What do you want to hear? What we got? What we got? Who's thirsty for gains? John is thirsty for gains. It's a nice one. Nice call. Making Sick Games. We'll see you tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's a good one.
That's a huge bitch.
Making Sick Games every fucking day. Making games, making sick games.
Great Scott! There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
Oh, come on. What do you want? What do you guys want? What you guys want? What you want? What you want now? Come on. Who's thirsty for games? Thirsty for some soundboard action?
I have nipples, Greg. Could you look me?
A jelly donut. Where's that one? Oh, there you
A jelly donut?
go. Ooh, quick draw. Quick draw. Everybody knows never go full retard. All right, that was me.
Everybody knows never go full retard. I am the danger.
I don't have some of the soundboards. Switch the samples. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
You switch the samples. You switch the samples. You switch the samples.
Hit it over and over
You
again.
switch the samples.
Then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
I got hairy legs.
No hands. Oh, that's because I was with my motherfucking dick. It was with my dick. Oh, my God. Look at Papa Swole over there looking sexy like a snack. All right, fam. We'll see you tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Hello, baby girl. You want to say hi to the fam? Say hi. You're looking at me. Say hi. Ooh, ghosting all you beaches. Ghosting you. Look at her. Baby girl. Say hi to the fam. Say hi. Look at the ghost. Look at her ghost you. Look at it. Oh, she's looking. Hey, baby girl. Not even, no fucks. Does not care. Looking at what, yeah. All right, fam. We'll see you tomorrow for 21:35. It is Fef tomorrow. Fef. Fuck 'em Friday. But tonight we have to have a roundtable. 6 p.m. We'll see you all there, beaches. Thanks for being here. Share the podcast. We'll see you tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time inside Swolenormous X Roundtable. See you then. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in a fanny pack. Couple hundred in a Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.